Hello, I'm your host Announce. Welcome to our second episode of the World of Bob Kerrey. We are really happy to bring you this special report from President Kerrey under a state of martial law. More on it later. So Bob, what's the latest news from the war front? I mean the home front.
Well, as you may know, a bunch of students took over my favorite building on 5th Avenue today. That got me really upset, so I decided to open a can of whoop-ass on them. I also sent a public letter to the whole school, denouncing and slandering them, knowing that they had no official way to respond, because Jim and I control their email.
That doesn't sound very good. So Bob, what do you have to say today?
On December 15, 2008, an unofficial student organization calling themselves the New School in Exile occupied the cafeteria at 65 5th Avenue, barricaded themselves into the room, and issued a set of demands. Early on the morning of December 16th, a group of students and non-students broke through a fire exit on 14th Street and entered the building. Although the occupants had violated a number of important security rules, the university made the judgment they were neither an operational or a security risk. Accordingly, we did not file a complaint with the New York Police Department to have the occupants removed. Instead, we entered into a process of negotiations with our students and reached agreement on a list of demands including amnesty for all involved early on the morning of December 17. The students left peacefully at that time. In January, this same unofficial student organization issued a public threat to forcefully shut down the university on April 1 unless the president and chief operating officer were removed. Following this, they were caught stealing an entire edition of the student newspaper on account of a story they regarded as unfavorable to them, and subsequently they vandalized the university's presidential residence. During this time, the university has allowed and accommodated every peaceful protest, teach-in, and demonstration. We have enforced our rules governing such events in such a way as to permit protests, so long as they don't endanger the safety of other members of the community or destruction of property. This morning's illegal occupation of 65 5th Avenue was joined by a number of New School in Exile students as well as individuals without any affiliation to the new school. Their claim that this was a simple political protest is false. Their entry into this building was forced. They removed a man who was cleaning the building, took his phone, injured a security officer, and did physical damage to the building. Accordingly, in this case, the university asked the New York Police Department to remove and arrest those who were trespassing on our property. We suspended, pending administrative review, all new school students who were a part of this action. The new school prides itself on civic engagement. We have been, and will continue to be, a refuge for open and critical political debate. Students and faculty who choose to peacefully and passionately oppose the policies of the university will have their rights to do so protected as strongly as we protect our right to safely and securely operate our university.
Okay, well thank you for that enlightening diatribe, Bob. Well, that's it for this second episode of the World of Bob Kerrey. Stay tuned for our super special third episode, which will be out early next week, where we will bring on some students to respond to Bob. Until then, bye.